for the calls, and it's been very helpful in this tournament, especially for the development of these under-19 players.
For all of you here viewing right now, Cayman in the bright pinkish color here. New kit from yesterday. Mexico playing in all black strips. Look out for number 11 for Mexico. That's Saul Carvajal. He has been excellent all day so far. Very small in stature, but he seems to be playing a guy 100 pounds bigger than him.
The Mexico athletes are coming out of a sevens competition that took place about 3 weeks ago, and we're actually able to see for a number of these teams who have athletes getting their first international experience, their first 15s experience, that each and every game they're improving and understanding the tactics more and more.
And again, big shovel attacker here. They tried to get it to the big E-banks, but they just dinged the ball along the line. Great kick there. Nice territorial kick there. And again, Cayman using the tactics of playing territory against this excellent Mexico outfit.
Cayman has gained some ground there. Definitely see there's some planning in that strategy.
And again, great kick there, just nice grubber kick, just getting the distance on. And again, they will look to free up their big guy number 13. That's Amani Ebanks whenever they get the opportunity to.
The athletes representing Cayman Islands come out of a very organized school rugby structure, and you're definitely seeing how that experience is helping them on the pitch.
And again, Mary, is super windy here as you watch the breeze blowing from left to right of our screen at the moment. There is difficult to get a proper line-out throw with such breezy conditions.
Absolutely, there is such little margin for error when you're throwing in that ball. It has to be straight through the middle of the channel to give the teams equal access to catching that ball.
And again, the ball wasn't thrown straight there. But again, something that we saw earlier today from the defending teams, they lifted early and keep the guy up in the line there, which is a free kick offense in this game.
Patience is one of the key elements that Coach Weston has said his team is working on. So you can see as they're realigning here, they want to employ that as they get closer to the try line.
And there's a big Alex Fox, the captain, leading from the front here. Cayman will try to look and push it out wide. And again, great defense by Mexico here, just really keeping Cayman at bay. Looking to play the short side there. The big boys are doing the big work there for Cayman. They're just keeping everything in check.
Mexico absolutely does not want to see Cayman score this early in the match. They would like to take a win, as does every team, but especially after the opening match, I think they've come with something to prove.
Advantage playing to Cayman Islands, they attack and roll away. They have a second bite at the cherry there. And again, the tactic that worked for them yesterday, they're going to attempt it again today, and that's a kick over the top. But referee Stagland wasn't pleased with the play. And tactically, since all these games are super close, Maria, we believe that they want to go for post.
We've definitely seen that some of the decisions on the pitch are to go for the points. And even again, early in the game, because when it comes down, every point counts and every point matters.
Again, super difficult kick, even though it's right next to the post. As you can see, the strong winds coming against the kicker. So he's going to really have to keep this low and drive this kick as hard as he can through the sticks. Changing tactics there as he sends the kicker back off and decides to go for the line out. Interesting option there. Really wants to put some pressure on Mexico by starting off the game with 3 points.
Both of those options are heavily affected by the wind that continues to pick up here. They're hoping that the wind will be in their favor and they'll be able to maintain possession of the ball.
And again, when the camera goes back at the AR's flag, you can see how violent the wind is blowing. Super challenging for here up to get anything straight. Great line out through here. And there's a big E-Banks, choose a dummy, through the gap, Cayman has the overlap out wide. He doesn't need it. Try time, Cayman Islands. That's the big Carbon Sinclair. Tight head prop, just doing what he does best through the gap there and tried 5 points. And the decision not to kick seemed to work in their favor.
They were definitely rewarded for that change of decision. We're seeing the replay here. There's the overlap on the outside, but the number 3 barrels right through the defense and puts the first 5 points on the board.
Cayman Islands had the better of Mexico yesterday and they seemed to kick back where they started. 5 points are better with a kick to come, and again Mexico need to steal back that fire which they had when they played against the USA South, which ended in a draw.
So again, we are here at UE-Mona Bowl, and this morning something very exciting happened for the Jamaica Rugby Union. Chairman Jerry Benswick signed on a memorandum of understanding with UE-Mona, the Faculty of Sport, and this involves Rugby Union and Rugby League in Jamaica. Part of the memorandum of understanding is the use of the field that you're seeing us playing on right now for rugby specifically, upgrading to international standards, hosting international competitions such as this one, and providing a home for domestic rugby, both union and league in Jamaica.
The kick successful there by Cayman Islands to lead Jamaica 7-0. And again, missed kick of the restart there, and Cayman really gifted the scrum, and they're going to go back at this Mexican team. And again, Alex Fox, very interesting player there, big burly guy with the mullet. Wishes to see the mullet blow in the wind as he scores his tries this weekend.
It's a scrum. That's it. You can't tap. That's not an option. All right?
Some consultation from the referee there, Richard Staglon. He has traveled here from Trinidad and Tobago. There are 2 referees from Trinidad and Tobago in this competition, Richard Staglon and Kenisha Vincent.
Hold!
Again, we see Cayman on the attack again, using the kicking option again. Swirling ball, but great work by the number 15 here for Mexico, just guiding the ball, but excellent chase. And the kick is as good as his chase, don't you agree, Maria?
Absolutely, you're definitely seeing how the Cayman team is sticking with their structure and following through. They're staying tight on the pitch, and they're taking advantage of that patience that they've been working on.
And again, they seem to lose a breakdown there, and Mexico tried to run out of their 22.
Offside, penalty advantage.
They have the advantage. Can they get it out wide? And they shoot it out. Space on the wide here. Take it on the tackler, and it takes 4 to get him down. Mexico running out very well from their half of the pitch, slowing it down. And again, great up front tackle by Cayman. The referee wasn't happy with it. He believes it was a bit too high. And again, player welfare comes into being here, making sure safety at all levels of this competition.
Mexico looking to capitalize off of this opportunity.
And again, Mexico run it up in the center here. They prefer to keep possession than kick it away.
They're making good use of their forward, their packs. This is one of the strategies that will be new for these athletes transitioning from the 7s format to 15s. So you're definitely seeing that they're utilizing the opportunity to develop those technical skills.
And again,
it's a penalty. It's a penalty.
Just a bit of indiscipline creeping into the game. There's just a couple straight arm penalties happening. And Cayman will look to kick it into the corner, just like they did earlier. Excellent kick there by the number 10, Tom Byrne. And again, great technical from the Cayman number 10 all through this tournament here. Really been excellent at marshalling his troops and getting everyone in.
Numbers, Mexico. Oh, Cayman.
And again, they'll be looking to release the beast Widges Amani Ebanks out wide if needs be.
And you're seeing different tactics being used in that line out. The advantage to the team throwing in is that they can plan out how they're going to jump to contest for the ball. And you can see there Mexico doing their best to adjust and match the jumpers.
Tactically, it's not the wisest decision to throw in the back of the line out in such windy conditions, and that's how the play didn't seem to work out for Cayman Islands. You try to keep it short and sharp as possible to have the high success rate under this wind.
For the under-19s, the scrum cannot be driven past 1 meter, so Mexico will be looking to access this ball and get it out quickly.
Steady, hold.
And again, great scrummage here by these two teams here. Mexico looking to clear their lines straight to the number 15 who gathers well for Cayman Islands. Clancy Hannon fishes this out to his winger, Ethan. Ethan does well.
Number 7.
But again, Vavra there just coming on the side, and Mexico take it quick and they rumble it forward, looking for Sanchez to bring something in for the team here.
Let it come. Back.
And again, Mexico keep moving it forward here. But again, the pass just by the shoelaces there, unable to scoop it up, and it's a knock on. Cayman Islands put in.
Marcus here. Marcus here, boys.
And again, for everyone watching right now, you're watching on SportsMax, SportsMax 2, and the SportsMax app, as well as a live feed on YouTube. For those in the Jamaica area, you can come down to UE Mona Bowl in Kingston to watch it live. Admission is free. International rugby here at the UE campus.
Put in for Cayman Islands from the scrum.
Sinclair does well to release the captain here, and again they release Ebanks, who doesn't seem to grab it correctly.
They had a set play there running a dummy, however it was not executed the way they had planned.
And again, anytime Ebanks touched the ball, there's danger for the opposition, and he just seemed to move without the ball on that occasion. But again, you can see the intent of the Cayman team. They're going to use their big backs to really run it through. And again, Maria, how important is tournament under 19 and women's tournaments like these? How important are they for this region?
These tournaments fuel the energy that is needed to propel this sport forward, particularly after we have had a period of being sedentary, not being able to play sport, not being able to do different things. Bringing these tournaments and hosting them within the Caribbean helps to revitalize sport, especially in our local communities. The under-19s, this is the feeder for the senior national teams. These boys here, they are the future of rugby. They had a tough break in that they lost a number of years where they would have been able to compete at the under-19 level, but now they're coming out, they're putting their hearts out, they're representing their countries, and they are inspiring their families and their friends and everyone who is watching at home. The women's tournament is again huge for development as the women move towards playing the 15s format of the game, similar to what you're seeing these under-19s playing now.
Hold!
Great distribution here by the Mexican scrum. They look to push it out wide. Ebanks shoves out the line to try to make the big hit. And again, Mexico gathers the ball here. Again, super defense there by Cayman Islands. They're really just flooding the breakdowns and causing all sorts of problems for the Mexican team.
Mexico not shying away from the contact, really putting everything into their defense.
I need you binding on the bind, I need you binding, right?
Kevin Torres for the put in here for Mexico. Actually, sorry, it's Cayman Island ball.
Bind!
Liam Sinclair has been distributing the ball excellently well to his number 10 all game today. And again, that's the perfect platform for great work. And again, penalty at the scrum there. Cayman has the lead and has the intention to take it slow. Just gonna kick it downfield again, take the territory, and just slowly walk it in to the Mexico's half. Again, excellent kick against the breeze. And Cayman Islands going for this line out again. Hopefully they can get the set piece correctly.
Let's have that, boys.
And again, Cayman's going to walk into this line out here. David Madison fakes and goes up. Great set piece there, and again, great distribution by the Cayman number 9, Sinclair. And again, takes 3 athletes to take down the flanker, Brandon Vavra. But ball turned over by Mexico. Great work there. Try to get out wide to number 11, Cabajal. He's there in support as the flanker, Rodrigo Gutierrez, takes it in. And again, it's a diminutive number 11, Cabajal, distributes. And Mexico try to run out to their 22-meter line. And it's hard work in this game. About 3 minutes left in this half, and it's still just one try in it. Again, proper competition by these two teams here. Mexico drive it out, trying to run back out of their red zone at the moment. Windy conditions, so no kicking may be involved there.
So again, first international tournament opportunity for most of these players here. 85% of the Mexican team has not played 15s before, and for Cayman they have one returning player who debuted in 2019 as the youngest member of the under-19 team.
And again, both teams really roughing it up here as we see a Mauler's form there. And they really need to do some work to straighten it up.
You're hearing the support from the fans. It's excellent to see people coming out. Remember, we are at Yui Mona Bowl. Come out. It is a wonderful tournament. It's a wonderful time. The weather is holding up for us really, really well. And we're looking forward to seeing anyone who is in the Kingston area who is able to come down today, tomorrow, Sunday. Come and take in this international rugby.
Santiago Fernandez comes on as a sub. The big front row comes in, and he's going to try to set his mark here and set the platform. As we can see, they're shifting the big E-banks around. They're going to try to bully their way through on the smaller Cayman backs.
Fine. Steady. Hold.
Great distribution by Sinclair again. Dummy Sinclair. Dummy E-banks. And again, the number 12 for Cayman that do nifty work. Robert Ayers gets in there, but great shove by Mexico. They're just disrupting the rock there, forcing Cayman Islands to change their plans.
Cayman Island pushing hard. They want to put some more points on the board before they go into the half, and Mexico refusing to let them through.
And again, slow build up by Cayman Islands, just rummaging, taking the yards there as they have the backs lined up, perfectly waiting to attack out wide.
Backwards.
And again, nifty play by number 12 there, wrapping around, looking for support. He doesn't need it. Wildly throws the ball forward. Advantage to Mexico, and again, Cayman just short of the line there, and Mexico's defense really coming trumps.
You see the Mexican player just fly out there and grab that ball, snatch it right out of the air. They are staying tuned in. Their defense is incredible, and they're making sure to capitalize on the opportunities that are presented.
Not much more time in this half. 20 minutes already gone. We're on the referee's time at the moment, and Cayman Islands camped inside the Mexico's 22-meter. Mexico trying to get their way out of this danger zone at the moment, and they're being really pressured by a solid Cayman Islands attack.
Five. Set. Steady. Steady. Steady.
Put in by Torres, and they just dink it out into touch, and that's half time here. Cayman Islands a slender lead, 7 points to 0 over Mexico at the break. Anyway, that's the end of the first half, and we're back after the short break here at Huey Mona Bowl. action here. 2022 Cayman in the bright red strips, leading 7 points the better over Mexico. I'm Kelson Figueroa, and with me is former national player Maria Thomas.
Yes, they're having an exciting day today here at the U19 Bowl. We've just kicked off the second half of this match. Cayman in the lead by 7 points. Mexico looking to even up the score. At this point, it is very achievable for them. We've been discussing different development strategies. Cayman Island, utilizing the clubs on the island and dedicating Friday nights to the development of this specific under-19s team.
And again, mistake of the kickoff there, and we restart with a scrum as the referee Richard Staglan wasn't appreciative of the kick. And again, Mexico pile in the numbers on the near side of the pitch here. And again, interesting tactic as they're leaving all the room on the other side. We can look for a pick and go with all that room to the top side of the pitch, Maria.
I know Mexico team is being cheered on from their fans at home.
Big tackle by Robert Ayers there. Huge tackle there. Mexico not releasing. Sorry, Cayman not releasing it again. Big tackle there by the number 12 Cayman Islands. As you look at the replay there. And again, it's a big substitute. Tight heads. Fernandez just making the yardage forward for Mexico. And again, good distribution here by Kevin Torres as Mexico tried to shoot it out wide. The referee wasn't happy. The players holding on the floor there. And again, good work by the boys in red for really turning that one over there. And again, we look at the replay there. Show and go by the Mexican number 10, Pablo Praga. But again, great work by the boys in red to really turn that ball over. And again, that has been the tail of the tape so far for Cayman versus Mexico today, Maria.
Really seeing the Mexican players working hard in this game. The technical team was expressing their thanks to the Mexican community who has shown so much support and was making a point to express how important tournaments like these are for developing rugby throughout Mexico. Many of these athletes play for estates. There are also clubs. There's a dynamic rugby community in Mexico, and regional tournaments such as this Rugby America's North Under-19s tournament and Women's 12s is something that pushes the national teams, gets more pride throughout the country, and fuels the clubs to do the development work so that there are pathways for athletes.
And again, the wind having a play in the Llano there, the ball blew into the Mexican half there. And again, Mexico on the offensive, big charge by the number 22, Juan Pablo Carrera, getting great yardage there. And again, good distribution from the number 13 for Mexico. That's Torres. And again, Mexico seems to get extra fire in the belly at the moment there as they try to shoot it out wide. But again, Praga chooses not to. He goes a direct route, taking down multiple red shirts with him. Mexico really just milking in the possession. And Ebanks just shoots up waywardly there, and again out to the winger. He's matched by his upper number 14. And oh, a big hit there as a flanker for Mexico runs right back in. That's Yarasuro using the big burly structure, and again Fernandez distributed out wide, trying to look for the space there. Mexico trying to get it as wide as they can, but sternly met by the Cayman Islands defense, and the boys in the red, big shot there and pushes over the ball, and again super aggressive work, and they get the ball in the return. And again, Maria, this is the same script as of yesterday. Cayman in charge, possession and everything out here today.
They're using their experience and size. They're dominating. They're a little bit more familiar with the 15s format of the game.
As we look at the replay there, number 7 for Mexico, the flanker, Gutierrez, really just fumbling the ball. But again, not seemingly to get it out of the way as Cayman up for the kick of the infringement, trying to extend their lead to 3 by 10 points in this game so far. And again, the Cayman kicker, Tom Byrne, I hope I pronounced it correctly, has been excellent off the boot this entire tournament, super confident as he's almost 40 yards out, making an attempt in a high wind situation. Excellent off the boot there by the Cayman number 10 there, extending the points 10 points to 0 over Mexico, and surely now Mexico needs two scores to get back in it.
A confident kick and a great result there for the Cayman team.
And again, we can see the rugby IQ of the Cayman boys just trying to creep the scoreboard along, just keep it ticking, giving the Mexican team a lot more work to get it back off.
Again, this Rugby America's North tournament marks not only the return to international play for the under-19s category and for the women's 12s, it is also now an anniversary of the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding with Jamaica Rugby Union and League and the UE Mona Faculty of Sport, providing a local home for rugby in Jamaica and a place to host international tournaments so that you can come and get more action like what you're seeing today.
As we saw, excellent turn and kick off the left boot by Cayman Islands to relieve some pressure. And again, that individual skill was fantastic by the young man from Cayman Islands. As we look at the AR's flag on the line out there, we can see how strong the winds are. Difficult for throwing in these lineouts right now. Super difficult for the referee to really adjudicate if the ball is straight or not. And again, Mexico just giving away the possession again back to Cayman Islands and just compiling the pressure with just 10 minutes going to half. As we look at the replay there, too much on the right hand side, but Cayman decided not to opt for the scrum, interestingly enough, and to go another line-out play.
When we watch some of these calls, Kelson, there's definitely a lot of tactics being put into play. Some of it is about the next play that's happening, but again, remember, these teams are using this international competition as a huge opportunity to develop their players and get that game experience, which is difficult for most of the unions in this region who are on islands requiring flights to get competition outside of their local rugby communities.
And again, the flanker Jonathan Robson just taking it up for Cayman Islands, but strong ruck in there, strong counter ruck by Mexico there, turning the ball over and looking for space out wide. As you can see, Mexico standing, waiting, gets it to the big Fernandez there, the number 3, just stomping forward there, leaving bodies in his trail. Mexico indecisive in how they want to distribute the ball. And again, the number 4 gets in Aguirre. Mexico use it wide again. Big hit by the Cayman number 12 there again, and he has been having an exhibition, a tackling exhibition out there as Fernandez takes it back up again for Mexico. The penalty there for Mexico, that the player not going, and the number 13, Kevin Torres, taps and goes quick, looking for his winger, decides to go on his own, and Mexico are in the red zone, waiting to attack. Second successive penalty here, and the quick tap by Torres, he goes again. Offside advantage for the referee, and the fire has been lit for Mexico here as they charge on to get the first score of the game. Slow ball out back here. Mexico tried to get inches at the moment. Fernandez standing at the back as the assistants there, as Cayman just holds it up short.
Tackle, let it come, let it come.
Mexico spread out wide to the top of your screen. And again, it's a big lock. Eduardo Ochoa pushing himself forward.
Let it come.
Mexico loads of numbers out wide. They go back short.
Let it come, let it come.
And again, the boys whip out wide. Can they get out wide? It's Fernandez trying to push him way through. And he's bundled into touch by Cayman. Excellent defense there by managing such a big guy.
Back for the penalty from the offside. See?
No advantage gained there.
Offside.
And again.
No, it's a penalty.
And again, they keep knocking at the door from the replay. We can see how Mexico trying to push it out wide, but resilient defense by Cayman are stopping them from getting it done.
Incredible intensity within that 5-meter mark.
And again, consistent penalties by Cayman. They're doing more harm than good to themselves, Maria, as they're doing excellent defense, but then still giving them the penalties as Praga taps and goes to Ochoa. Ochoa just short the line there. No, it doesn't. The referee says it's try. Ochoa reached across there. Try time for Mexico. First points of the game. The score is 10-5 with a kick to come.
You can hear the Mexico team celebrating that try. We're seeing it back on the replay here, driving forward. You can see the referee making sure to be in position. It is very difficult to make sure they have eyes on the ball in a situation like this. And you can see that all of the training, education that has been happening in this RAN Super Week is paying off.
And again, the big number 5 from Mexico just spinning his way out the tackles there and really gets it done. And oddly enough, we look and see it's Sebastian Leighton, the number 1. Strange enough, forwards don't usually kick for posts, and it's an excellent strike. It's seen, but it's just short. It was exactly spot on, center of the post, just lacked the legs to get over the top.
Let's go, Red.
Ooh, that is a hard kick to watch. You know that you've lined it up perfectly well. Again, the wind is going against that kick, so that may have had something to do with it.
And again, Mexico's missing their talisman on the pitch, Emilio Sanchez. He seems to be not playing in this game, but he was excellent in the games before, really leading from in front, and probably needs a little inspiration from the side to pull his boys to get them the victory that they need. And again, tournaments like these, Maria, are really super excellent for development for the U19 boys as well as the women 12s, which should progress to women's 15s. It gives opportunity for young boys and young women to see that there's Caribbean rugby to be played, regional rugby to be played, and they can go on to great things in this sport.
We've been seeing the technical teams making full use of their roster, making sure that all of the players are having an opportunity to get on the pitch and showcase their skills.
Great show and go there by Mexico. They're just baiting the player in the dummy, but Mexico hold possession and they hold the advantage at the moment as they haven't just scored.
That's very late. That is very late, boys.
As we see, the referee's not happy with a late tackle.
Stick.
The player still seems to be on the floor there.
You got it. It's 8, right?
And again, timing and safety is important. As we see the Cayman number 8, Freddie Robson, late on the hit there. That potentially dangerous play there by the young man.
So that call, a player may not be tackled if they do not have the ball in hand. A late tackle is one where the motion was carried out too long after the player released the ball.
Cayman Islands will be short a man for 5 minutes as Mexico could make a quick tap and a quick change.
Release.
As Fabian Castaneda comes on the pitch and Mexico finally breaking the gain line in this play. Arguing for the ball, then they shouted for the ball out right. And again, penalty side entry by Cayman Islands, and Mexico is on the ascension.
from the breakdown.
Mexico trying to take that ball quickly off the penalty, getting called back, so they will restart from the mark.
And again, Mexico has seemed to turn the tide in the second half. Really come on exemplary play. 5 minutes left in this game, give or take.
No, they said no. They want to do a sub. Coming now? They're making a sub now?
As the referee seems to try to get a handle of the game there. Finally, the substitution has been made. Substitution for Mexico, the number 19 comes on, Fabian Castaneda finally, as well as Cayman Islands has Luke McFarlane come onto the pitch. Quick tap for Mexico, they give it to the big and burly Fernandez. He stays to his feet, 20 yards. Good rock, a good clear out there, and again Ochoa looks out for Praga. Praga looks to distribute here. Cayman just slowing down the ball, bodies fall over the top. And again, resilient work by Mexico. Numbers out wide if they can. Quick tap and go. Advantage playing there, the high tackle there by Cayman. And again, Mexico are putting Cayman Islands under all sorts of pressure in this match so far.
We are seeing how important discipline is in this sport. As soon as things start to get hectic, you see penalties being given away, and that is an opportunity where the tables can turn in a match.
Again, Mexico, Sir Praga shoots it out wide to the winger, Guido Cortel. Cortel does one to stay on his feet, beats one, beats two, finally is dragged down. The advantage is playing the high tackle by Cayman yet again. The pick and go by Leighton, and he gets around the corner. Try time Mexico.
Mexico brings the score to a tied 10-10.
And again, important play by the number 1, Sebastian Leighton. As we look at the replay there on the right wing, Guido Cortel stays on his feet long enough to get support coming, and great rocking and great breakdown there as he looks up, sees the one on the post, and he picks and goes, taking everyone with him. Easy as you like it, brushing off the tackles, and 5 points the better for Mexico with a kick to come. And again, the kick here to take the lead if possible and really change the fate of Mexico. As you can see how breezy it is, or how windy it is from the flagpole, as Leighton tried for the conversion but again short. Keep the score 10 apiece with just 3 minutes left in the game and all to play for. Exciting ending of this match, Maria.
The intensity continues to build. It could be anyone's match at this point.
Mexico have used Fernandez and Ochoa as battering rams in the second half, and they've been hard to stop, making easy yardage so far. Cayman Islands just being making too many mistakes and just giving away too many penalties and giving Mexico too many opportunities for second chances.
And Mexico is not missing any of them, taking advantage of having having the 15 players on the pitch, while Cayman is still waiting for the yellow card to expire so that their player can return.
It's Fernandez again, busting forward, gaining 10 odd meters on the pitch. He always gets at least 10 meters on every take-up here. As we see Torres shooting out wide, Mexico in total control of this match at the moment here. Looking to shoot it out wide, and they have numbers out wide here. Can they use it? 2-on-1. He opts for the step back inside. Tackle by and again, Ebanks just falling over the top.
You're fine.
Making slow play. Yeah, it's slowing down the play inadvertently. Mexico is still in control of this one.
Eyes up, not on the rock.
A bit offside here. He seemed to knock the referee down in this action there. Mexico sent out wide again. To Mexico number 14, Cortel.
Offside number 3.
Advantage playing there to Mexico as they continue to make yards on the take-up there. Mexico doing very well to keep handling the ball there as Praga tries to shoot it out wide. Mexico being a handful at the moment. Cayman Islands has no answer for the ball movement as Praga shoots it back right to Cortel. Cortel steps one, steps two. As he's bundled to the floor there, almost like I'm watching Dancing for the Stars, Maria.
Absolutely, you're seeing them use these phases, these 15 phases that we're used to seeing in this format of the sport. The team is definitely picking this up very well.
And again, Mexico dominating the possession there. A big take up again led by Mexican forwards there, getting incredible yardage.
You're from the side. That's from the side.
As Praga looks to distribute back to the big number 3 Fernandez, and he again a hard one to take down. They get him down easily this time.
That's fine.
You can see the back line getting ready. They're hoping to draw in those Cayman players and make some space outside on the wing.
Switch up play here by Mexico, looking to catch Cayman off guard. Cayman up for the task. And again, Cayman Islands pinch this one there. Support just a bit late. Substitution for Cayman Islands at the moment as they're looking to bring on their number 8. Freddie Robson and the number 23, Karik Edwards onto the pitch.
In the replay there, the ball was held, and so the penalty is in favor of Cayman Islands, who have also returned to the full 15 players on the pitch.
And right now we seem to be in referee time, so this play will be it as the referee just stops time for a moment. And can Cayman run out of their half to score a big win for them here today? And again, this lineup should be the last play of this game, and it's all to play for here. A spot in or a position in the pool is up for grabs. Mexico tying the earlier game with USA South 7-all. A tie again here will see them in a precarious position in the group. Cayman up for the walk into the line out. Very slick move there. And they're up. Excellent set piece. All to pay for. It's Ebanks on the dummy run there. The number 12 tries to get over the tackler, but the Mexican team is over it. Excellent work at the breakdown there, and they take it quickly. Can they score off this possession? Fox, great tackle, pulls him down for Cayman. Mexico anxious for the ball here. And again, great yardage there, advantage going. We're in referee's time at the moment, and Mexico is just piling on the yardage here, running all the way back into the Cayman's 22. And again, this might be a perfect opportunity to kick for the post if they can have an able-bodied kicker, but so far Leighton has been unsuccessful with the boot. And he can be a Mexican hero if he can pull off a kick if they do happen to look for it.
The pressure is intense. Everyone is on the edge of their seats waiting to see what the result of this game will be.
Torres, quick tap to Ochoa. Ochoa, a big run, takes 4 people to get him down. And again, there's multiple penalties by Cayman Islands. Tackler not rolling away, the referee says. And again, big yards by Mexico there. They seem to want it more at the moment. Numbers out to the left if they can get it out. Show and go by number 13, Torres. He comes up short. Advantage again for Mexico.
Mexico keeping this ball alive, taking advantage of the penalties.
As you see, Fernandez, the big number 3, just lurking outside the breakdown, looking for the pass. They get it to Ochoa. Ochoa slips it up. The ball is kicked out. Can Mexico get something of it? But it's knocked on, and that's the end of the play here. Fumbling at the try line, and the score ends Cayman Islands 10, Mexico 10 here at the UE Mona Bowl.
A drawn game, incredible intensity, absolute great rugby to watch. We can see the teams lining up now.
And again, if you just join us here on SportsMax, the score is Cayman Islands 10, Mexico 10. We'll be back after the break.